here at ASAP's 2019 in New Orleans. I'm here with Dr. Polynice from
Williams Center. Upstate
Great.
New York, yeah.
Upstate
We're
New York.
in Albany.
Perfect. We're going to ask you a few personal questions just to kind of
Sure.
have the persons get to know you.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So we'll start off with a quick and easy one. What's your favorite color?
Oh, yeah? That's the easy one?
That's the easy one.
It's a tough one, man. There's so many colors to choose from.
Yeah.
No, red.
Red.
Or deep purple. Something.
That's
kind of like your
magenta.
purple. No, it's something rich, something that has a lot of passion, so yeah, red.
Awesome.
Yeah, purple.
Now, I was talking to you a little bit about this before, but what are your personal hobbies? I hear you working on some fun things.
No, I have a few hobbies. If I'm passionate about what I do, but if I wasn't operating, trust me, I'd have my days would not be empty.
Okay.
No, well, first of all, I love to go out and eat restaurants.
All right.
Go to foodie, especially with my wife and daughter, who's 12, who's also a big foodie.
All right.
So we love to watch cooking shows together, and she loves to bake, and we always have very deep conversations about food and where to go next. So all our vacations and our trips are planned around that.
Okay.
But the other thing too is my daughter. She's 12, but she's actually a black belt in Taekwondo. So she's been doing this since she's been 6 years old. So I recently, because I take her to Taekwondo, so I'm sitting there anyway.
Yeah.
And I recently got into a version of that. I'm into Haedong Gumdo.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Haedong and then Gumdo, Gumdo. It's actually the art of Korean sword fighting.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to do Taekwondo. I'm not going to break things with my hands.
You'd just rather have a sword in your
I'd just
hand,
rather have a sword, which is really cool because I'm familiar, with sharp objects.
Yeah.
So I took up the sword fighting, and it's really cool. It's very spiritual and it's very physical, and you get to wear the really cool pants.
Do you?
The puffy, the big pants with the sword and the thing. I mean, it's awesome.
Do you practice with an actual real live blade?
You start with the pool noodle.
Okay.
All right. So I have my pool noodle, and then you graduate to a wooden sword.
All right.
And then every now and then you get to touch the real thing, because it's not just the moves and sword fighting, but it's also pretty cool. You get to do things like paper cutting, which with a wooden sword, which you wouldn't think you could do, right?
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a big sheet of paper, and it has to be swift and precise, because otherwise you're just going to whack the paper with the sword, and it's just going to,
Yeah.
But to make a very precise, straight cut, you have the body position and the speed of the thing, and it's pretty awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah. So paper cutting, and then they have another thing, which is candle snuffing. So there's a candle, and you have to be in proper position. You can't touch the candle.
Okay.
But it's the speed and precision of the sword will snuff out the candle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I know, right?
Sounds really precise. It's good with your profession, too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really into it.
And there's another hobby that you talked a little bit about.
Yeah, so I'm actually in the process of getting my private pilot's license. So that's a hobby that my wife's not too fond of. But listen, we're doing it in a great. I'm taking my time. I'm in no rush. I always fly safely with another pilot. But it's an amazing thing to just be up there and just right above the clouds and just flying yourself and it's such a time saver too, just to be able to get from one place to the next. And
yeah, when you need to be somewhere.
Like the other day, I'll tell you a quick story. So obviously to get my pilot's license, I have to get a certain number of hours in, but I don't, if I can just actually do something, it's kind of fun as opposed to just flying around. So the other day we had to get some time in, so I took the plane and we went to Portland, Maine.
Okay.
And got some lobster rolls.
That is great.
And then flew back. It took 50 minutes from my house to get to Portland, Maine.
Wow.
Eat the lobster roll, and then 50 minutes back. But in less than 3 hours, that's some lobster roll.
That's great. That opens up the possibilities of any.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking crab next.
Yeah. Any cuisine that you don't get the best of where you are, you could just hop on a flight.
But it was to get the flight time, okay?
Okay.
But it was some
and some
good
lobster rolls. Awesome. All right. Well, next question. Who is your hero?
Oh, my hero. Oh, my God. Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, anybody.
Well, look, I listen to music all the time in the OR.
Okay.
A little Pink Floyd, a little Rolling Stones. So one of my heroes is Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that he's lived a life of passion, really. I mean, he's in his 70s, but he's still rocking it. And to me, that
sure
just
is.
tells you that you can achieve anything and at any age, and there's no obstacles in life, you know, just go for it.
Yeah.
Plus, he can move like Jagger.
Got that move, that Jagger, yeah.
Which,
if you could sit down with your younger self
yeah.
and tell him anything, what would you say?
Oh my gosh. You know, I would tell them that to take risks, to not be afraid, to go out there and just do it, and don't to have no regrets, you know. And that's one of the things that I try to live my life by. And so I want to get to the end and not look back and think, oh my God, I should have done that.
Well, you're playing with swords and flying planes, so
there
I
you
think
go.
you're
You
taking
see?
risks.
That kind
I
of
think,
thing. Yeah.
I think your younger self
Yeah.
has listened to yourself. Somehow
No.
you time traveled, told him, and you're doing it. So
I would tell them just to really live life and enjoy life, and that's what I'm doing. And like I said, I'm passionate about my work and everything I do, but I'm so much passionate about a lot of other things. And you know, like my wife, for example, is really into fitness and wellness, and we're really looking into those things just to age better and feel better. And
Yeah.
she does, like, she's big into CrossFit, so I do that too a little bit.
Really?
When my back's not hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about the professional side.
Yeah.
What about your profession do you love the most?
Well, you know, the people, you know, interacting with my patients and really seeing the transformation that you can achieve. Like, I focus on breast and body work. That's what I specialize in.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of, like, total mommy makeovers. So when you have somebody who's, you know, had children and they may have had loose skin or stretch marks, and they come to me for a total body transformation, and we do a tummy tuck, a lipo, or breast lift, and I do a lot of fat transfers too. But seeing somebody's body transform like that is just amazing to me. And there's something I get that's a real sign that I've done my job well. And if I ever write a book one day, I'll name it that. It's called A Naked Hug.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I get naked hugs all the time.
So they're just so happy that just...
It's a spontaneous, happy reaction to a result that they look in the mirror and they're so happy, and then they just give me a naked hug.
That's so cool.
So, you know, when I come out and I tell my nurses, yeah, naked hug.
So when was it in your life that you realized this is what you wanted to do? When was the first your moment of truth, if you will?
You know, I remember distinctly being very young, like 8 or 9 years old, and thinking I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. And I distinctly remember not knowing exactly what it was at that time. But I've always been fascinated by surgery and cutting into things and anatomy and all of those things. And so I've had sort of that passion from a very young age, and I've always thought it was a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it keeps you focused.
Yeah.
It could be a bad thing too, because you want to open your mind to other things and you don't want to just limit yourself. But along the way, I've thought about, hey, should I do something else? Could I do something else? But I've always stayed the course with that. So it's been a lifelong thing.
Now, let's say plastic surgery didn't exist.
Yeah.
Is there, professionally, you've got a lot of hobbies, but professionally, is there anything that you think you might have done as your close second, if you will?
God, if I could, and trust me, I can't act or sing, but acting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because it just allows you to just experience different things and experience different places, and just, yeah, I think that would have been an interesting second choice.
Dig deep into yourself and...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Speaking of digging deep into yourself, if you could describe yourself as any animal...
Oh my God.
What would it be?
Seriously. Actually, you know, I love pandas.
All right.
Okay. They're stronger than they look, but they're warm and fuzzy inside.
That's great.
You know, I mean, come on, you ever watch those videos of pandas just sitting
all
around
the time,
eating bamboo?
Everything
and
that
then
they
just
do is
rolling around, and then they look so happy.
they're always having the best time, even when they're sleeping.
Yeah.
They're playing. They're eating.
Panda.
Panda.
I bet you don't get
That's
the
a great
panda
one.
answer
I
much.
don't think I've ever gotten the panda answer.
But think about it, panda.
Yeah.
And then they do a lot of this.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I just love it.
That's great.
I'm totally a panda.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for sitting down and
That was
sharing
awesome.
a little bit about yourself.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.